This would be a good reference sheet for you for all sorts of things, except the circle. You're going to copy this little chart down here in the book, but you'll write it down here. The figure, then the perimeter, or the perimeter, and then the area. It'll make more sense in just a second here. We are writing down the formulas for these things. For example, if you have a square, what is the mathematical formula for a square? Now, usually, you know, perimeter of a shape is all the sides added together, but that's kind of hard to say and not so easy to write. Here's my square, and I've got 4 sides to it. What do we know about a square? That all the sides are equal, right? So what would be the easiest way to write adding those 4 s's together? Because they're all the same. Just like if I said, well, if you had 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12, usually you don't write down 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. You usually do what, Riley?
You multiply 12 times 12.
Right. So in this case, the simple formula for the perimeter of a square, I'll put perimeter square right there, is 4 times whatever the side is. Because whatever the side is, that doesn't work with rectangles. But squares are special because all sides are equal. That's why 4 times s works. Okay? And then the area of a square, and you'll sound very, very, very educated when you do this. Okay? Area, you know, is side times side, or length times width. But what do you know about a square? They're both the same. So what would be the most educated, looking like you are a very, very, very big mathematician way to write the formula for the area of a square? Area of a square, Isabel, is?
Side squared.
Yeah, just s squared, yeah, side squared. Because whatever the letter s is, it gets multiplied by itself. See, at some point you have to become like mathematically mature here. You can't just keep doing things the simple way. Now, watch things get really fun here when we talk about a rectangle. The actual formula for a rectangle, I guess I could probably draw it down here. Now, when we use a rectangle and we talk about its sides, we don't use s's. What do we use for rectangles, do you know? Rather than calling each one of these a side, we say that they are the, yep, the lengths. Oh, sorry, that's backwards. The lengths is the long side, and the widths are the short sides usually. So if we're looking very mathematical here, children, how do we mathematically write the perimeter of a rectangle? In as smart a way as possible here. Here's what you would know. You know that the perimeter of a rectangle is what? Length plus width plus width, but we don't want to write all that stuff down there. I probably did it backwards. I know I did. What's the easier way to write this? Just like kind of the same thing I did with the square, remember? There were 4 s's, so I just put 4s. Here I have 2 l's and 2 w's, so it's going to be perimeter equals 2l plus 2w, whatever the length is.
Good afternoon. This is a practice code red drill. A practice code red drill.
Just get down up here. Don't talk about
Thank you. Practice code red drill.
Make sure you're quiet, please. You're laughing. It will not go well for you.
All right, 8th grade, or 7th grade, 6th grade, 5th grade.
6th grade.
That was stabbing my back. That was really. Riley said, "Oh, I really need it for." Riley said,
Let's finish this up here, please. The perimeter of a rectangle is 2 length plus 2w, and the area of a rectangle you already have, that is just length times width. LW. LW. We just got 2 more to do. Parallelogram. So let's change colors. Move this around here a little bit. Let's move this a little bit up. And this one, a few things here. A parallelogram looks like this. And we've got this little thing here, right? Found that right. D and S, space side, yeah. This is B, this is S, this is B, this is S, and this is H. Why? How do I know which ones are the B's and the H's? Base and height and math mean something special. Keith, they are the ones that make the right angles. Right. So knowing what you know about rectangles, the perimeter of a parallelogram would be what? Distance around that plus that plus that plus that. But simplified, it would be instead of 2L plus 2W, it will be 2 B's plus 2 S's. And the area formula for a parallelogram is what? Not any different than before, Isabel? Yeah. Area equals base times height. Again, those have to be perpendicular to each other. Did this not make it down here? That's a shame. And then the last one is a triangle. And we still struggle with this, but we'll get it down today. Triangle, pretty purple thing here. In a triangle we have what? The base and the height and sides. So here's my triangle. And we know that we have that this is the height. And one of these sides gets called both, the book calls these side 1, side 2, side 3. And there's no easy way to write the perimeter of a triangle. It is just every side added together. And that's what these little 3's, anytime you see a letter with a number, we call it a subscript. Okay, they don't mean, there's no mathematical meaning to that. That just is a different way to label the sides. Okay, it's not like squared or cubed, it's just whatever different sides. And the area for a triangle is, which we seem to forget every now and then, 1/2 base times height. Does that seem like, now you've got all your formulas kind of in one place there. And the book will ask you for those, and they'll probably come up on a quiz, so make sure you have that someplace handy. So if I ask you for the perimeter of a parallelogram, you're going to give me that. Parallelogram, that is a triangle. And we've got rectangles and /squares. And pretty much everybody's happy.